What's up YouTube? Javi here at Javi's Boom Tech, and today I've finally got the SuperStar Monster Blaster. You're not going to want to miss it, so stick around. Alright guys, so here we have it, the SuperStar Monster Blaster. And right off the bat you can tell this is not a small device. It is definitely larger than what you're seeing with the JBL Extreme, both lengthwise and weight, with weighing in at about 16 pounds. They have included a nice handle on the top here to carry it around. Unfortunately, it does not have a strap, which would have been nice because it is definitely not the most comfortable handle. It will start to dig in to your hand if you do carry it for any amount of time. Inside the box, we've got your typical user's manual. We've got your proprietary charging port, which also includes a few international adapter plugs for all you international users out there. Looking around the device, we've got a nice metal grill that wraps around the front all the way underneath and over to the back side. We have a total of 4 drivers, 2 in the front and 2 in the back, which creates a nice 360-degree omnidirectional sound. On the bottom of the device, we do have your powered subwoofer in the center, flanked by what appear to be 2 passive radiators. Then we've got your nice little rubber feet on either end to keep the device from moving around when you are playing it. Now, if you move to the sides of the device, on one side we have your power button. Pushing that will, of course, power on the device, and you're greeted with a loud, obnoxious tone, followed by a voice prompt telling you that the device is powered on and either paired or in pairing mode. It can get a bit annoying, especially if you're in an environment where it is a little bit on the quiet side. Everybody's going to know you just turned on the speaker. Looking around further, we've got your volume controls here, volume up, volume down, and a nice little LED indicator showing you what volume level you currently have it on. On the bottom, we've got your indoor and outdoor mode. Indoor mode is going to get a slight reduction in treble and a slight boost in low end, whereas outdoor mode, you're going to get a slight treble boost and a slight reduction in low end. Moving to the other side of the speaker, we're greeted with 4 LED lights, each of which indicate 25% of battery life. Obviously, 4 LED lights indicate full charge on the speaker. Directly below that, we have your NFC tag for all you Android users for nice and easy pairing. And then below that, we have a nice little rubberized flap that easily pops up, revealing your inputs. We have an auxiliary in, a mic in, which lets you actually use the speaker as a PA system. Next to that, we've got your charge out to charge your mobile devices, a reset button below that, and of course your proprietary charging port at 18 volts 3.5 amps. Now, speaking of charge, the device lasts about 12 hours, and that is dependent, of course, on how high the volume is on the device. Obviously, the higher the volume, the less battery life you are going to get. It is water resistant and can take a splash, and because it's built pretty tough and pretty rugged, it can take a drop or two and be perfectly fine. Now, that pretty much sums up the speaker. Obviously, this is not a small device. It is definitely larger and heavier than the JBL Extreme, which means you probably won't be able to put this inside your backpack like you can with the Extreme. However, you are getting a bit more power and a bit more volume out of this device. Now, that being said, is it worth the $399 price tag? Well, let's find out, guys. Let's get this sound test started.
dream to me, a clear vision of happiness. Reality can never ever be enough. Happiness, so happy. I can let you go, I won't let you slip away. We got to turn it on. The harder that you try, baby, the further you fall. Even with all the money in the whole wide world, oh, please, please, please don't pass me. Please, please, please don't pass me. Please, please, please don't pass me by. Yeah. Everything you know about me, baby, you gonna have to change. You're gonna call by a brand new name. Oh, 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 oh. Please, please, please don't beg me. Please, please, please don't beg me. Please, please, please don't drag me down. You're like a tree that by the water, baby, I shall not move. No, no, give it with all the silly things you do. Oh, no, 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 no. Please, please, please don't beg me. Please, please, please don't beg me. Please, please, please don't beg me down. Yeah, yeah. Please don't beg me down. Please don't beg me down. Please don't.
All right, guys, so there you have it, the Monster Blaster. Ruby, what did you think? Did you like it? Yeah, you liked it? Down. All right, guys, so first off, outdoors, it actually sounded pretty good. I was pretty impressed with the Monster Blaster, the way it was able to fill the outdoors, had plenty of volume, plenty of power, and actually sounded pretty good. My brother was walking down the driveway as I was filming that outdoor test, and he also mentioned that you could hear it all the way up there. It sounded pretty good. He thought it was the Iowa Exos 9 that I was playing. However, things get a little bit different when you do bring it indoors. This is definitely an outdoor speaker. Indoor wise, performance is not that great. Between 50 and 70% volume, it sounds decent enough with pretty nice clear treble. The bass is actually a little bit more subdued than I thought. I actually prefer that. It's not as boosted as I thought it might be. So between 50 and 70% indoors, it actually sounds pretty good. When I first heard it out of the box, it sounded a bit hollow, but after letting it play for several hours, that hollowness did definitely go away, and I did hear a much more fuller, refined sound than what I first heard when I took it out of the box. Now that being said, as you do go up in volume, that's where the speaker really starts to fall apart during indoor use. That treble gets really harsh, it's really hard to listen to, and the bass, especially on bass heavy songs, really starts to break apart. It's a very noticeable distortion. Distortion that you definitely aren't hearing on something like the Exos 9, Big Blue Party, and even the Braven Double XL. So if you're planning on using this for indoor use, careful, because you are going to get some heavy distortion. However, if you primarily plan on using it outdoors, it is a pretty good pickup. However, that being said, at $399, this speaker is definitely overpriced in my opinion, and you can pretty much do just as good, if not better, for a lot less than what Monster is asking for on the Monster Blaster. Now, before you guys start commenting, yes, I will be doing a comparison, a direct sound comparison against the Braven Double XL, which is a big competitor to the Monster Blaster. They're similar in design, look, and even size. The Braven Double XL though is a bit larger. However, it's also $50 less. So I will be looking at those two in an upcoming video where I put them head to head so we can really hear and get a good feel for the differences in sound and see if the Monster Blaster really is worth that extra $50 that they're asking for over the Braven Double XL. Anyway, guys, that's gonna go ahead and do it for this review today. Thanks for stopping by. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening, and I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.